Thank you for joining us on The Opinion. The Opinion is where we discuss issues that concerns the society and of course to bring about development, how we live, how we contribute to our society. Today we'll be dealing with parenting and I won't be doing that alone. My guest in the house today will be giving us strategies and on how we are going to take good care of our children, also contributing to national development. I'm Jonathan Le Rama. I'll be right back. Welcome back. In case you just joined us, you are watching The Opinion. Just before that break, I said we'll be discussing on parenting. Yes, somebody is already asking, why parenting? If you're actually planning to become mother, you're actually planning to become father, I guess this program is for you. And my guest today is a mother, also a lecturer, Mrs. Titilayo Grace Ojo. You're welcome to the program, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, quickly, let's talk about parenting. What does it actually imply?
We'll talk about parenting. Parenting is a process of raising children, providing them with protection and care in order to ensure their development, either physically, emotionally, otherwise. So, as a parent, you need to raise these children. And when we talk about parenting, not just to your own biological children alone, even other children you find around you. It's just a process of raising these children. And raising them, you're providing protection, you're providing care for them in order for them to develop physically, emotionally, mentally.
Now, you are a mother for years now, and there should be the types of parenting. Now, what are the likely types or forms of this parenting that we need to inculcate in our family?
Okay, if we are very conversant, we are up to maybe looking up our social medias and all stuff. I think psychology has made it known that we have 4 different types of parenting.
Okay.
4. We have the authoritative parenting, we have the permissive parenting, we have the authoritarian parenting, and we have the neglectful or uninvolved parenting. These parenting are 4 different categories, 4 different classes of parenting, and they involve different things. For instance, if you are talking about the authoritative parenting, it's considered to be the optimal style of parenting out of all. If we look at it, it provides warmth, support, and all that the children need. And at the same time, in this kind of parenting, they help to guide the children. They guide, they support the children, allow the children to make some decisions. But while they are making these decisions, the parents also serve as a guide.
Okay.
Not just leaving them to make the whole lot of decisions on their own.
But you definitely agree with me that children nowadays, especially some that who claim to be an adult, want to take decisions themselves. Daddy, leave me alone. It's my life. Let me live my life. And all of that. What can you advise to parents in regards to that?
In this kind of, like I said, authoritative parenting, it's flexible.
Okay.
They are flexible. You understand? They make rules. And at the same time, they give room for the child also to make some decisions.
Okay.
They give consideration to the child's thoughts. They give consideration to the child's feeling and emotions. And if we look at permissive parenting, they are not, they are driven, child-driven. That kind of parenting is child-driven.
Okay.
The child gets to make the decision of what they want to do. The parents give room for the child. By the time the child wants to do something, Maybe you say you will not allow the child. By the time the child threatens, if you don't let me, I will do this. I will take my life. I will do. They stay clear. They always want to want their children to make them happy, to have their own way. So make your decisions, stand by it, we'll support you. Then when we talk about the neglectful or uninvolved parent, they are not concerned. Anything that has to do with the child, sometimes in such parenting, the child even gets to fend for themselves. Then the last one, the authoritarian. These are the ones that make strict rules, and they want that child to follow such rules in total.
Even when it's not
they don't want to hear. When the child asks question, what is the reason behind these rules? What is the reason behind these consequences? Because I say so. It must stand. Whatever they want you to do has come to stay. It must stay. You must follow.
Don't you actually think that with all these forms and or types of parenting will psychologically affect the well-being of the child?
Sure. They will. In the authoritative parenting now, the parents would allow the child to take their own decisions, possibly fail. When the child fails, then they will now call the child back. This is it. This is it. Why not like this?
What kind of communication would you advise that will actually happen between parent and child?
Don't always be tough. Make yourself their friends, and at the same time let them know you are the parent. And that will bring me to like kind of parenting. We don't have a perfect one. All of these are different forms of parenting. And parenting are supposed to be flexible so that you can pick one or two from each of this system of parenting depending on the situation you find yourself.
Like the situation in this country now, where there's hike in food prices, and as a child now, we don't know either there is scarcity or not. If the money is there or not, we just want to eat.
In this situation now, like I said, you can pick any of this parenting depending on the situation you're facing at hand. You don't have to base it on authoritative, permissive, or uninvolved. Depending on what you have in your hand, you pick. You tend to be flexible. For instance, if a child is sick, at that moment the child does not want to eat, but you have to. You don't have to be. You have to stand up and eat. In that aspect, you have to use permissive, because the child at that point in time may have a particular food he or she wants to eat, and you, the parents, want he or she to take a particular food. Just like two days back, my first son took ill, and David get up and, mommy, just give me drink, give me Fanta. At the beginning, I was screaming, you need to take medicine. You have to. He didn't talk. He didn't say anything. I had to allow him.
So there are times that parents just need to dance to the tune.
You have to be permissive. Sometimes you have to be uninvolved. Sometimes you have to be authoritative. And sometimes you have to use the authoritarian. If they are going to get into something that will harm them, you have to hold your foot. No, this is it. This is how you need to go. This is where you need to go. This is what you need to do.
It is a lot of work to do for every parent. What about parents that normally travels for work, do other things, and leave these children in the hands of the so-called nannies, the house help? What will you say in that regards, in terms of bringing up children, child upbringing?
I think I would say that we should not, because of money making or warming up to be at the top of our career, and neglect our responsibility as a parent. You can balance the both. Yes, when you are around, give them all your attention. Let them have all the attention. And when you will not be available, let them know that I will not be available. But make sure that whoever you are going to leave them with is a very responsible and reliable person. I know there are some jobs that we have that takes us away almost every time. But you now, as the parent, needs to know how to balance your parenting job. Don't shy away from your own responsibility. Don't leave everything totally. Even when you are away, technology has made things so simple and easy for us.
Will parenting also be in our school environment? You answer that question after this break. Join us again. Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, the program is The Opinion, and we have been speaking on parenting. And my guest today has been Mrs. Grace Titi Layo Ojo. She is a lecturer and also a mother. Thank you, ma. Now, just before that break, I was actually asking if parenting should also happen within the school environment.
I think for all the tutoring, the nurturing in schools, yes. To me, that's parenting, because they are also involved. The teachers are also involved in nurturing your child. They are also involved in helping you to raise your child. So, parents should not be angry or should not take offense when teachers actually scold their children for doing something they ought not to do. The moment you are handling you take your child to school, you are telling yourself that for the period they'll be in school, my hands are off. They are now left in the hands of the teachers to do the teaching, to do the nurturing, to do the raising within that school environment. But what I will not subscribe to is when teachers are unduly taking advantage of that role of a parent at that point in time and mishandling or mistreating the children. That is what I will not condone. Please, don't pick offense when a teacher scolds your child or try to put your child through. Even when they overdo things, there are ways to handle the situation. Don't show your child in the presence of the teacher that you are not happy with whatever it is they do. There are ways to handle it. You are not just taking the role of a teacher, you are also taking up the role of a parent. Talk to them, advise them. Yes, they are of age, but you can still advise them. Take the role. Talk to them the way you talk to your children. Guide them the way you guide your children. Support them the way you support your children.
His one said that yes, you might give birth to the child, but it's not you alone that will definitely teach that child in the way to go. I must appreciate your time on this episode of The Opinion. Thank you very much for coming. But before I let you go, what will now be your final words to parents out there?
Please be a part and parcel of the life of your child so that the child can be developed mentally, physically, spiritually, and otherwise.
Thank you very much for your time, ma. And hope when next we call you, you oblige us, ma. Thank you very much. Okay. Now that is about the size of today's edition of the program, The Opinion. Join us next week for another edition of the program. I'm Jonathan Le Rama. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.